In this video, I'm going to show you how you could book 10 calls in the next 30 days in your online fitness business. Previously, in part 1 of this 3-part series, I explained to you what the personal brand funnel is and why it's important for you to know this, because this is a fundamental part to see where your personal brand is at right now and the likelihood you're actually going to be able to book in calls. If you haven't watched that video yet, pause this one and click the link at the top of this video to check it out. And this video is part 2, how to use Instagram and YouTube to find potential clients using our custom DM scripts and systems for cold, warm, and hot leads. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I'm going to be sharing more free valuable content just like this.
Now we're going to go to the outreach section of this video and we're going to start with Instagram. So with Instagram, depending where you're at with your personal brand, if you currently do have a little bit of a following and you do have some warm leads, this is what you want to do first. You want to reach out to the hot and warm leads that follow your page and engage with your content or views your story. Go to your followers and scroll through, messaging all of your target audience. Look at the likes and comments on your posts within the last 180 to 365 days and reach out to all of them. And then you can send them DMs. And there's examples that I'm going to show you later on in this video at the bottom of the sheet. So make sure you stick around for them. And then step 2, find prospects on Instagram discovery page using accounts. And you'll find some of these might be warm leads or potentially cold leads. In the search bar, type in the title of your target audience. There's also examples below right here. Maybe you work with gamers, managers of businesses, online coaches, real estate agents, people in the content marketing space, agency owners, e-com experts, and so on. What you want to do is you want to take one of these titles or maybe a different title in industry that you work with and type it in. Then you're going to see a list of different accounts in that industry that you can scroll through. First, if you're not already following them, maybe give them a follow and like 2 of their posts just to engage with them. And I have 2 different message styles for warm leads and cold leads. So if they're a warm lead, send them the warm lead message example, and you can find out if they're a warm lead because you can just go to their followers and see if they're following you. Or if they're a cold lead, send them one of the cold DM templates that's also linked in this document. And in the account section on the Discover page, they only have a limited amount of accounts, and these do update every single day. And then we have step 3, find prospects on Instagram Discover page using hashtags. This is more likely going to be cold leads because there's going to be tons of different accounts that you can go through. So you want to go to the Discover page and look at the hashtags related to your niche. I've listed some below also, where you can have real estate agents, entrepreneurs, marketing, busy moms, busy dads, business owners, and so on. Search each hashtag one by one. Again, depending on who your audience is, you might work with business owners, make sure their account does look maybe established. So you want to start by going through the Reels section and seeing if you can find some credible prospects. And then you can also try out the top and recent section as well. You can follow the account, maybe like 3 of their posts and a story. Again, this is just to put you at the top of their notifications so they are aware of you, because they might be someone that's getting quite a lot of notifications on the daily, depending again on the profession that you go for. Then step 4, go to your competitors' Instagram pages and engage with their followers. They could be warm leads, but more than likely they're going to be cold leads because they have a larger following than you. Because you want to be engaging with competitors that have a larger following than you. Look at the accounts that are following their page and reach out to your ideal client. Or go to their posts, their reels, graphics, images, and carousels and reach out to the accounts that have engaged, liked, and commented. And you can add as many of your competitors' followers that have engaged with their content to your outreach tracker that you also get in this video. And this is a great way to find potential clients because they're already interacting with a coach who's similar to you. And if they're engaging with them and interacting with them, they're more than likely going to do the same thing with you over a period of time. And step 5 is use shout out pages to find new leads. And they're more than likely going to be cold leads. And this only works if you are maybe targeting business owners, entrepreneurs. They use these shout out pages to get more exposure for their Instagram page, for their service. But it is a great way for you to maybe network with them to help them with their workouts, with their fitness. I've also given you examples here of popular ones that you can use, where you can reach out to the coaches, the entrepreneurs that are getting shouted out on these pages. And that is the Instagram section of this video on how you can find potential clients. But make sure you stick around because I'm going to show you exactly the message templates that you can use when reaching out to your ideal clients. But before I do that, let's quickly find out how you can find potential prospects using YouTube. So what you want to do is you want to type in keywords related to your ideal client and the industry that they're in. Maybe it's e-commerce, maybe it's stocks. Again, these are great industries of people that do have good amounts of money. Then you want to go to filters and set your filter to this year or this month. So it shows the most recent videos that they've posted. Then click on each video and go to that coach or business owner's channel. You can then go through their videos, look at their description, or even on their page to find their other social media accounts like Instagram and Facebook, where you can directly message them. And then you can also go to your outreach tracker and add their name to it. And this can be an easier way too to find high quality leads on a platform like YouTube where they're consistently posting content and they're a big name in the space. So you know that they will definitely have money to pay for your service. The only difficult part here is you need to be different because they're getting bombarded with notifications, with messages on the daily. So you need to be creative on how you can reach out to them. And I've got some ideas for you. Now I'm going to show you DM scripts that you could use to start conversations with your ideal client and eventually get them booked in on a call. So step one, how to use the save reply feature. So in order to be faster at sending messages on Instagram, using their saved reply feature when it comes to doing your outreach. And this is how it works. You go to your account and you click on the 3 lines in the top right. Go to settings, press on either creator or business, depending on your account. Go to save reply and press the plus icon in the top right. And then you have your shortcut. This is where you maybe add a keyword or letters that you type in the message section where your DM script will appear. And then you have your message section, which is the message that you're going to be sending out to either warm or cold leads. Press save in the top right, go to a prospect's profile to send them a message. Type in your shortcut and press the message icon with the 3 dots to the right. Then in your template, make sure you add their name or anything else related to the message. But to make it easier for you, here's a save reply message system that you could even use. If you're currently split testing different script templates, whether that's cold outreach or warm leads, you want to have a system because this can actually get quite overwhelming, especially if you have an appointment setter or a VA that comes to do this. You want a strategy in place, a system they can follow. So maybe you've just got a casual template that you use to interact with warm leads. Depending on what works for you, you can have something like this. It could be warm leads, script run, and that is casual. So every time you just type in the word casual in the shortcut, it comes up with your message. So message 1 could be, hey name, how's your week going so far? And like I said, the shortcut is casual. Or you can have example 2. It's still the same script. If it's a warm leads, it's script 1 and it's casual. But instead your shortcut is WS1M1, which stands for warm script 1, message 1. Because you might be split testing a bunch of different scripts and you need a simple system to follow. So then maybe it's WS2M1, warm script 2, message 1, and so on. So test these out, see which works for you, and this will just make it quicker sending your DMs. And step 3, ideas to stand out from other fitness coaches with cold outreach. So one thing I found with my agency is giving out things for free. When it's cold outreach and they don't know who you are, they can smell a mile away if you're trying to sell to them. You know it when people have come to you and they're trying to sell you services and they're asking how your day is and they don't know you. You're already thinking, just pitch to me. What is it that you're trying to sell? But in this case, you want that law of reciprocity, which is giving things out for free where people feel like they've got to give you something in return. And in this case, it's just following our account or it's keeping a conversation going so we can eventually turn them into warm leads. So here are some ideas that you could offer. Some that you already know, offer them a free month of training, free ebook, free workout videos, for busy parents, or you could even create them a free shopping guide. Maybe you've created an Excel sheet, a Google sheet that breaks down, protein sources, carbs, fats, maybe roughly how much the price is going to be. Again, you can't always dictate that. Maybe you work with busy professionals, so you can give them a sleep guide, a sleep course. People that are sitting at a desk all the time, they've got lower back pain, they've got really tight hip flexors, a free mobility guide, a free supplement guide, free assessment. Maybe they've got some injuries or they're struggling with something. Maybe they put that on their Instagram page so you can see that and you can reach out to them and say you can give them a free assessment. And then you can give them a program based off of that on what they could do to rehabilitate themselves. Or a free group coaching call once a week to help people with problems and issues that they have. And you can provide them with a free habits tracker, something they can actually proactively use to make sure they're getting the best out of their days and staying on track with their fitness goals. And step 4, the one that you've been waiting for, which is DM templates for cold, warm, and hot leads. So when it comes to the personal brand funnel, follow these messages accordingly. Unless you've already got a personal brand and it's fairly established, then go straight to the warm and hot lead section of these DM templates. So for cold leads, for people who do not follow your page and you want that more of a direct approach, what I like to do, like I said before, is give something away for free, playing that long game. And what you want to do, which is going to separate you from other coaches that are doing outreach, don't make these messages generic. Go to their account, look at what they've posted and be specific so they can see that you've done your homework. You've done your research on what it is that they're struggling with, what they could potentially need help with. So here are 3 examples that I wrote for you that you could take as some inspiration and some guidance. Maybe you're a running coach. Hey name, I saw that you ran the London Marathon last year and weren't happy with your time. As a running coach, I help runners like you shed the amount of time that you can help them with off their time in just 45 days. I want to give you access to my free 45-day Runner's Rise training plan to help you get closer to achieving your next running milestone. Just let me know what your target time is and I'll create a personalized plan that fits your schedule, preferences, and abilities. Sound good? So maybe you've gone to their account and you saw that they ran the London Marathon, and in their description they said they weren't happy with their time and next year they wanted to better it. And you know that your service is really good, that within 45 days they're going to get great results, that they're going to want to continue working with you. Or example two, maybe you want to work with a business owner. But I've noticed people like this like people being more direct, don't beat around the bush. Name, maybe it's James. Do you ever have time to work out? I've been seeing your stories and you're constantly in meetings or traveling for work. I'm impressed. Those first flight seats do look comfy. But I know this can take a toll on your body. So I wanted to share with you my free 45-day travel training guide, which will help you stay on track with your fitness goals, working around your busy schedule. You can access it here, link below. Straight to the point, I'm telling them exactly what they get, and they can access the link right there.
I also added in a message at the end. What email should I send this to? They don't think you're trying to sell to them. Some people might. But I got quite a lot of responses of people giving me their emails when I was doing this with the outreach tracker that I'm about to give you. This is a great way to also add them to your email list, so you can nurture them through that with more touch points, along with the messages with the conversation that may follow, or if they even follow you through your content and your stories.
And then example 3, maybe it's a busy parent. Hey name, you must be shattered after throwing that party for 12 6-year-olds last week. I take my hat off to you. I could only manage 5. Laughing emoji. I noticed from your page that you're a busy mum. I know it can't always be easy to find time to work out, but just wanted to share with you my free parent power guide. All you have to do is fill in your targets and it will give you workout routines with videos to follow. You can access it here and then just insert the link. It will take you a little bit of time to find this information, but it's what will separate you from a lot of the other coaches in the space, and you're more than likely going to get a higher response rate. But what you'll find is your message will probably go into their requested and they might not see it. So what you could also do is like a couple of their posts and comment on their recent post, again depending on what it is. Say their name. I've just sent you my free running plan to help you share, I don't know, let's just say it's 30 minutes off your marathon time. Check your DMs. And they're going to see that and it's like, well, it's free. And you help me with what? Okay, yeah, I'm going to check it. And this has actually worked for myself when I've given out this outreach tracker that I'm going to give you guys. And people have followed me from that. And they're now in that ecosystem where I can nurture them through my content and my stories. So now moving forwards, when it comes to the cold leads that have recently just followed your account or the warm leads that you have, here are some of the message principles. So you want to use common sense and be yourself. Release the force of trying to book in a call straight away. It could take 3 to 7 days of just communicating with a warm lead before they want to book in a call with you. But you never want to let the conversation die or end on your side. When people talk to you, there's an opportunity for you to build and advance the relationship, so take it. If you find that people start talking to you about their goals, problems, and desires themselves, by all means, that's an opportunity to advance the relationship with them to a call. You've just got to gauge how the conversation's going, because they might come straight out the gate and start talking to you about their issues, or you're having to do it yourself, trying to be a doctor to get it out of them. So you might find that people start asking you a lot of questions about how you do what you're doing or what you do. Give a bit of value and propose to jump on a call to go over it in more detail. And from doing this, your inbox won't ever be completely empty anymore. So here's an example that you could send to a new cold lead that has just followed your account. Hey name, great to connect. I hope you're having a great week so far. Simple, easy. They might follow on from that and start talking. Great. If not, it's cool. It's a touch point. Now when it comes to warm leads, here's a DM template. So I've given it on our side of what the message is that we could ask them. Just imagine what it is that the other person is potentially saying. And this is a message sequence that takes about 12 messages before getting on a call. And depending on how fast they are to respond to you, this could take, again, 2 to 7 days. Message 1, hey name, how's your training been going? Message 2, that's great to hear. Can you tell me a little more about what you've been doing in your workouts lately? I've also given a different example here, depending on what time of the week that it is. Message 3, sounds like you've been working hard. How have you been feeling during and after your workouts? Message 4, that's fantastic. What are your current fitness goals? Message 5, how have you been tracking your progress towards those fitness goals? Message 6, it's great to hear you've been making progress. Are there any areas of your training or nutrition that you feel you could use some improvement? Message 7, that makes sense. Would you be interested in exploring some more new training or nutrition strategies to help you reach your goals faster? Amazing. Have you ever worked with a fitness coach before? I see. Well, as a fitness coach, I specialize in helping people like you achieve their fitness goals. Would you be interested in learning more about how I could help you? Message 10, that's great. Would you be free this week to schedule a call to discuss your fitness goals in more detail and how my coaching service could support you? Message 11, fantastic. I've added my calendar link below. Let me know when you've booked a time that works for you. Once they've booked in a time, you don't have to do this, but you can just as another touch point. Message 12, their name. I see that you've booked in a call for insert date and time. I'm looking forward to speaking with you and helping you achieve your fitness goals. And you can leave it there. I used a similar sequence just like this for my agency that allowed me to book more calls each and every week. But already you can imagine what it is that person's replying to. And you're just being a doctor. You're just asking questions, understanding their pain points, their problems, what it is that they're struggling with, knowing that your service can help them do that. But you just know the right time, jumping in throughout the conversation when it's best to pitch getting on a call. But you can use this as a guidance depending on how your conversation goes, because they might come back and say different things, but you can use this just to follow. Now let's go on to hot leads that engage with your story polls. And here are some messages that you can reply to them. Hey name, I saw you voted on my poll. Is this something you were interested in? Or they replied to one of your promotional stories where you said reply with the word transform. And you can send this message. Yo name, I've added my calendar below. Let me know when you've booked in a time. Maybe they've engaged your promotional content, likes and comments. Hey name, I saw you recently like my post about insert video title. Just wanted to check, are you looking to work with a coach right now? Or, hey name, I saw your comment on my recent post about insert title. Just wanted to check, is this something you'd be interested in right now? Or in any stage of your outreach, they've left you on scene, follow these messages. After 24 hours, like their posts or stories, which will give them a reminder to get back to you. And then you can send them the message, question mark. After 48 hours, send them follow message 2. Maybe you're sending a waiting emoji or like a waiting GIF. After 72 hours, the follow-up message 3, just bumping this message to the top of your inbox. After 96 hours, hey name, you must be busy or something, I'll leave you to it. After 7 days, if they don't reply. Hey name, as you haven't replied to any of my previous messages, do you have any feedback for me on how I could improve this? What they're more likely going to do is come back to you going, hey, I'm so sorry, what you're doing is totally fine, it's just me, I've been really, really busy, and I'll probably engage with the conversation from that. So these are great messages to send if you've been left on the scene. Let's say you sent your potential client a booking call link, but what to do if your prospect did not book in a call? You can send them this message. Hey name, did you find a time that works for you? Just give them that reminder. Hey, I sent you the link, you didn't book in. Let's try and find one this week that works best for you. And then follow up with people you got on a call with. And a great way to do this is go to Calendly and check your previous calls, and then reach back out to those potential clients 1 to 3 weeks after the call, where you can send this message. Hey name, long time no speak, how have you been? And that is the DM scripts for warm, cold, and hot leads that you can use.
And that's how you can find potential clients using Instagram and YouTube. So make sure you use our DM scripts for cold, warm, and hot leads, depending on where your personal brand is right now. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because in part 3, I'm going to share with you the outreach tracker, how to use it so you always have new leads in your pipeline.